The Lab's a technology club for young people with Asperger's syndrome. It gives them a space where they can socialise with peers, explore their interests and learn new skills related to those interests. So the technology is just a medium, but all the work is actually done through the people. So whether it's the mentors who help the young people and help sort of teach them new technical skills, or whether it's just the young people socialising with each other.
The boys absolutely love it. It's the highlight of the week. Here they know that they're good at something and that they're really good at something.
What we aim to do with this project is to create a pathway for them to see a future for themselves, and we're thinking here particularly of the technology angle of IT and that kind of thing.
I love the lab. The lab is every time I come, I just feel happy. All the time when I'm driving in the car to the lab, I just feel excited to be at the lab, to have fun with everyone here.
The lab is a wonderful environment for kids with all different needs and abilities to be able to get together in an accepting and welcoming environment in which we can really see their strengths coming to the fore. These children who are experiencing the lab, we're seeing them grow, we're seeing them develop friendships, some for the first time, and it's really giving them an idea that the future can have some wonderful, exciting things in it for them. Whereas before it may have been a scary place. There's no sense for them anymore that they need to work out how to be on their own. They can work out how to be friends, how to work in a team, how to socialise, and can see a future for them developing in many cases overnight with this experience.
Well, my name's Riley, and the lab's really fun because we get to do a ton of things with the computer, like we get to make games. They help us make them. We get to, play with each other on those games, and we do competitions for things. Well, I guess it's just playing with people who, where I can be me, where I have people understand me, I guess.
I just can't believe how motivated Riley is to continue coming, the enjoyment he gets out of it, the friendships he's made, and that he's actually found his niche. He's found what is so good about him, and he feels good about himself. And it's not just him, it's myself. I thought computers were just for games and he wouldn't get much out of it. And my whole thoughts on it have changed, and I see that there is a whole future in technology for kids like Riley with Asperger's to grow forward and to grow and have a career out of it that they can enjoy and that they're good at. They feel good about themselves.
Kids with Asperger's typically have a very jagged IQ chart or IQ test, and each of those peaks show areas of particular ability. But of course, with a peak, there's also a trough, and so they have these real strengths and real difficulties. And so for kids with Asperger's, it's about managing to cope with their difficulties and finding the right opportunities and often the right contexts in which their strengths can really come to the fore.
Employers tend to think that anyone with an autism kind of condition it'll be a liability in some form, which we don't actually think is true. We think it's actually an asset in lots of ways.
An indication of how difficult that can be for these kids is that a very high proportion of kids with Asperger's or high functioning autism often don't find themselves a path into the workforce.
They might confuse autism and Asperger's with some sort of intellectual disability. Because I remember when I had to explain it to my own family with my own son's diagnosis, there was a lot of denial, and there was a lot of, there's nothing wrong. But, of course, my answer was, yes, there's nothing wrong. There's just things that are different.
I don't know if Asperger's should be seen as a disability. I think it's more like a superpower. Because these kids have this ability to, get into something and get right into it and analyse it and pick it up and work it out. And, if they just have the right environment, the right group of people around them, they can be honed quite well.